Okay, last one. We are doing number 4, and unfortunately I wrote all over this already. So I have drawn, I've actually traced it right onto here. So we have this for us. The first thing that we're supposed to do is use a ruler to determine the scale sizes of each one of these rooms. Okay? So we're going to do that. I don't have a ruler. I'm going to have to use a measuring tape. So let's get started. All right, let's make sure you can see this. There we go. Okay, so when you are measuring, the scale tells you which size or what you're measuring in. So this is 1/4, it should say inch, and that's what it says here. It says 1/4 inches is equal to 20 feet. So in order to do that, what you have to do is use inches. So we're going to measure in inches. And when you do this, you see we get some really fun stuff. So here we go, we have a ruler. This doesn't work very well. So for the very first one, when you look at your tape measure or your ruler, a couple of things to know, and we did not go over this. This is half, these long ones, and these shorter ones are 1/4. So when you take a look here, you have 2.5 for the whole thing, 1.5 for the locker room. Okay, so if you look here, this here to here is 1 1/2 inches. And for the entire thing, guess who's up, is 2 1/2 inches. Okay? Can you see that? Good. All right, so now what we're going to do is measure on this side. And we see that it is 1 1/4 inch for the entire thing. I'm sorry, is that 1 1/4 or 1 1/2? Let's see. Sorry, it's 1 1/2. So this whole thing is 1 1/2 inches. Okay, and for the weight room, this is again 1 1/2 inches because it is the same size here, this hallway. Now we need to determine the size of the pool here. So when we go like this, we see it's actually 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and these sides are the same, so this is also 1 1/2 inches. Oh, and you're doing a nice musical accompaniment. Okay, that said, also here when we measure this part right here for the locker room, this is 1/2 of an inch. 1/2 inch. And I believe this one is 3/4. This one is 3/4. So just the weight room is 3/4 of an inch. So there, we've done all of our measuring, and again, we know it's inches because they tell us that. We need to change it into feet, okay? And in order to do that, I think the easiest way to go about doing that the easiest way of going about doing that is changing this into how many inches. How many quarters are in 1 inch? 4. So you'd need to multiply that by 4. So here we go. 1 inch is equal to, Aiden, what's 20 times 4?
40.
Seriously? Now I have to do this whole video over because you sound dumb.
240.
What's 2 times 4?
6.
2 times 4?
8.
Add a 0. So it's 80. Thank goodness. Man. Can you go study your multiplication tables? They're in the back of that high chair over there. My goodness. All right, so 1 inch is going to be equal to 80 feet. And for every 1/4, you're going to get 20 more. You going to take that from me? All right, make sure you don't hurt yourself. It's very heavy. Go measure some things, like the size of the deck upstairs. We can just go through and do this. 1/4 of an inch is going to be 20 feet. Hey, Aiden, let's try this again. If we have 1/2 of an inch, which is 2/4, and we'll do 3/4 too. If you have, what's 2 times 20, Aiden?
40.
Excellent. So we have 40 feet. Aiden, what's 3 times 20?
60.
60 feet. Excellent. Please don't be loud, okay? So here are all of our conversions, 20, 40, 60, 80 feet. So now, the very first question asks you to please determine the scale sizes, all right? So in order to do that, we need to convert these things. 1 1/2 inches is actually going to be 1 plus 1/2. So Aiden, what's 80 plus 40? It's 120. Good job, honey. So 1 1/2 inches is 120 feet. That's very good. Let me get a different color pen. Can you see this? 120 feet. All right, can we see that? 120. Yes, okay, we can. Great. Aiden, if we have 2 times 80, what do you have?
100.
2 times 80?
Wait, 160.
All right, plus another 40.
200.
So this is 200 feet here. Great. And then we have 3/4 already done, so that is equal to 60 feet. We'll just save ourselves the pain of asking Aiden. This is 120 feet because it's 100 inches again. Can you ask Aiden to do it, please? And it looks like we have everything else. So this half here is going to be equal to 40 feet. And this 1.5 is still 120 feet. And this 3/4 is 60 feet. Okay, so you see how we went through and we got all of the scaled sizes. All right, so that is how you do part A, this first part. The second part, it actually asks you the total combined actual area of the pool and the locker room. So they want you to go and take our actual sizes and calculate the area. I know we weren't real explicit in this, but it's just assumed that you guys know how to calculate area now because that was one of those math things that you did a long time ago. Just to refresh you, area is equal to length times width. Okay? So for the combined area of the pool, you want to do the pool and the locker room. We'll have to first find the area of the pool. So here we go. Pool. Please don't do that. Pool is equal to length times width. We have 120 feet times 60 feet. Great. Aiden, what's 6 times 12?
6 times 12.
Let's check his math, shall we?
72.
72. So you're saying it's going to be 7,200 feet. Thank you. 120 times 60 equals, 70. Oh, he was right. 7,200 feet. Hey, it just pulls out like this. Okay, great. So now for the locker room, Aiden, what's 4 times 12?
48.
Equals 40 feet times 120 feet. Aiden says it's going to be 4,800. 120 feet. Okay, he's going to Gronk spike it. You're tired. So let's see if he is correct. Is it going to be 4,800? Oops. Clear. 120 times 40 equals 4,800. He was right! Good job. And when you add these two things together and get Owen a nap, life is so much better. Plus 7,200 equals 12,000. All right. On that note, the correct answer is 12,000 feet. Please don't drop the baby. Clearly, I have to go. I hope that was helpful. Bye.